At half of the press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right this or right there, my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good day to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan, wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit. Well, my people, wanna know say Mark Golding did an interview with Dean Jackson Miller. So I want to take in this keenly and then put on an honest opinion in the comment section. Hear this.
In relation to the finance minister's comment about the opposition's quote-unquote implied budget, why?
Well, because what she was doing was, first of all, I think, misrepresenting the costings of what we plan to do and implying that when we presented, we were somehow presenting a budget, which is not what oppositions do. We will, when we form government in the coming fiscal year, there will already be a budget in place, the one that was passed yesterday, and will go to the Senate for formal ratification on Friday. And so the new fiscal year starts next week, Tuesday. We will be in a budget already. What we were doing was presenting our vision and our policy commitments for the first term of office of the next PNP government. And all of it was premised by expressing clear commitment to adherence with the fiscal rules. We are the ones who put the fiscal rules into law when we were in government. It is those fiscal rules that have enabled Jamaica to get through this period of intense debt reduction, which is a tremendous achievement for Jamaica, which both administrations can claim credit for, us for initiating it and doing the very heavy lifting of the earlier stages, the government for continuing and bringing it to where it is.
Let me jump in a minute here,
yes,
because you're going back to
yes.
back a little bit, and I want to come back to the costing. You
Yes.
said the finance minister was misrepresenting your costing.
Yeah.
I mean, what she said she was doing was making assumptions based on the proposals you presented.
Right.
But having said that, though, you're just coming from a press conference where you did present numbers and you did present costings, and
Yes.
you laid out your case as to why it is that this was feasible. How could that not then have been a part of your budget presentation, so that people could see or make up their own minds whether or not these proposals are practical or feasible, can even work, as opposed to just being a laundry list of campaign promises?
Well, as I said, we didn't anticipate, we didn't formulate it as a budget, because we will be in a budget when we come into government. So the rolling out of our proposals and the phasing of them is something which will have to be considered when we form government. A lot will depend on what's happening in the economy at the time. Are we going to continue to have a sluggish economy? You know, we're coming out of 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth and a recessionary environment to begin the year. We don't really know what's been happening with the tax take since then and so on. So there are a lot of things that we'd have to look at when we form government. And then we'd have to look at the discretionary expenditure that's in the budget that was just approved, which is $360 billion, and decide what areas of it will we continue with, what will we maybe defer, what may we scale down, what may we completely discontinue. Because at the end of the day, we won't be voted in to government to continue what the JLP has been doing. You know, we will be voted in to do what we say we want to do. So there will be some adjustments to how that discretionary expenditure is rolled out, because that really represents the priorities of the government of the day. But how we phase it and so on will depend on the circumstances at the time. Who knows if we're going to have a year without any natural disasters, for example.
So,
you know, there are a lot of issues that can affect the timing of things, you know.
So is it that those numbers, you guys sat down and worked on them after the finance minister's criticism in our?
No, we couldn't have produced it in such a short space of time. We have been working on it for quite a long time, actually. There are a couple of things which we, when we were near to the budget presentation, we came up with, and we had an idea of the costing, but we didn't nail it down with the.
My wisdom warriors, you see Favour Williams knows that the Jamaica Labour Party is losing. So what she try to do, she try to convince Jamaican people. You understand that she try to do. Favour Williams, you go down too low, all man, all girl. You go down too low. You understand? And what you do, you think some Mark Gold in your hurt and a Mark Gold in your hurt. And the Jamaican people you hurt. Because when you come out like this, you are fighting against the Jamaican people, yeah? You are fighting against the Jamaican people because you see, say, Mark Golden idea, proposal is better than your own. You know see that? And it's a mad no, and it bono. That's why I want to come out and tell such a lie. I say I can't wait for the day. I cannot wait for the day for Jamaica Labour Party dismantle from out of Jamaica. You know too wicked and lie, man. You know lie about everything just for make it. You know for stop it. Lying don't go nowhere. Lying don't go nowhere. You understand? I want Jamaican people. I want to know to wise up, you know. My brothers and sisters, I want to know to look out on your eye. Look out on your eye. Andrew Holness administration is tricking you labor rights, not the PNP. And I'm sure it's not the undecided voters or the well-thinking Jamaicans. Andrew Holness administration take uno laborats for idiot and uno out here believing in them. Uno out here believing in them. My wisdom warriors. You see, when I was talking about Edmund Bartley in the last video, Edmund Bartley is a liar because there's no way Dubai is flying direct flights to Jamaica. That is a lie. Let me tell you something. You see, if you no go check Dubai news, Germany news, listen to me, don't be fooled. You hear me? All of this what you see them do, it is a sham. Just like how Andrew Holness come out and make good speech about the Cubans, but all the Cubans going back home. What a coincidence, my people. Look at this. My wisdom warriors, you can see it for yourself. Said the new route will operate from Dubai with a transit stop in Germany. That is not a direct flight. And that's a direct flight go. Hello? I wanna try fool. My people, I want to take in Dayton Campbell. Hear this. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has defended Jamaica's use of Cuban medics to support the local health sector, declaring that there is no exploitation in the program that has surfaced as a blot on the Trump administration radar. Holness, who on Wednesday held bilateral talks with United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the office of the Prime Minister, said the Cubans, more than 400 of them, support the health sector amid the consistent migration of Jamaica healthcare workers. My wisdom warriors, I want to hear how Andrew Holness come out and how he might defend medical mission, but guess what? He was trying to confuse the Jamaican people. So while he was out here talking like this, like the labor right them, come see them all over social media, you know. Yeah, them was on top of them game, you know, my people, because them say Andrew Holness not sending home the Cubans. Look, Holness firm on Cuban doctors. Look, just look where Gleaner right, Holness firm on Cuban doctors. Me see labor rats them come out and say, oh yes, Andrew Holness hold on the Cubans them. Hey, me people, it was all a trick. You see the whole of that where you see them come up with, it was all a trick. My wisdom warriors. Wickedness can't done. Wickedness cannot done. The Jamaican people only need to go out and protest for the Cubans. Only need to do that. Me I tell you no. Only need to protest for the Cubans. Only need to. Because there's a lot of expert Cubans doctors in Jamaica, my wisdom warriors. And you see, I know people are going dead, you know? I know people are going dead. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the Cuban doctors currently departing the island are not casualties of the United States visa restriction policy related to Cuba's labor export program. One thing so we are blows and skirt idiot. You think so we are fool Christopher Tufton? One thing so we are idiot. So no come up with a strategy. You see uno? You see uno? I know Jamaican people are going dead off, you know. Because you see the type of expertise what they have as a doctor, there is none in Jamaica. Let me tell you now, you need to go read and learn about the doctors them and nurses in a Jamaica. What kind of bullshit is this? What kind of bullshit is this? And look how Nationwide fix it up. This is why, you know, me use Nationwide thumbnail, you know. This is why me use Nationwide thumbnail, because look how them fix it up. Some Cuban doctors whose contracts ended have left Jamaica. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, Jamaica. No, sir, this not right. But guess what? If Uno didn't listen to the secretary yesterday when he was talking about the Chinese and he was talking about the medical doctor, yeah, the medical doctors. Remember, you know, him say, you know, have no problem with investing, yeah, with them investing in a Jamaica. He said the problem we have is with the doctors. And he said, them are going to continue the talk, but you know, listen, you know, make Andrew unless a chone off track. And that, you know, you know, listen attentively. My wisdom warriors, what a coincidence. What a coincidence for this atmo. Hey, remember, you know, they never come out and tell we nothing about this, you know. Not once they came out and let we know, say, some of the Cuban doctors have to go home because them contract are end soon. Not once Christopher Tufton no come out and say that. Not once. You see this Jamaica Labour Party? They are so conniving. They are so wicked. May I tell you, man, these people, they're wicked to their own Jamaican people. Them wicked to them owner. When we talk, when they say PNP no have nothing for offer and PNP this, when a PNP blogger, when we talk for a little sorry ass, on stupid and on labor rights supporters that cause the problem out here. Because when stand with this foolishness, when is standing with this foolishness. Mighty God of Daniel, my wisdom warriors, hear this. The Observer put out this Jamaica/Cuba medical program set to continue. Yeah? March 27, 2025. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has rubbish social media reports that Jamaica is on the verge of sending home several Cuban medical personnel as it caves into United States US pressure on countries involved in the program. Wanna hear that though? Wanna hear that, my wisdom warriors? The Observer put this out. Liar Christopher Tufton come out and rubbish social media claims. Rubbish social media claims how Jamaica is on the verge of sending home several Cuban medical personnel as it caves into United States US pressure on countries involved in the program. Wanna see, me tell you about the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. Me tell you, can't trust them in Jamaica. Jamaican people, wake up. Labor right, wake up, you know. Because you out here boss and a show off. And want to see, how can you trust Christopher Tufton and Joe Wellness? Seriously, how can you guys really trust them? Christopher Tufton come out and rubbish claims, the bloggers attack rubbish. Nothing no go so. But then, few hours later, you come out and say, unfortunately, the Cubans them have to go home. Uno thinks that we are idiot when Uno never mention nothing once and tell we anything about contract aga end. Uno is a wicked set of shithouse. And you see, Uno Jamaica Labour Party, Uno no member where Uno come from. And that me realize we don't know. Uno throw everybody underneath the bus. No matter what people do for Uno, Uno no know nothing about loyalty. Uno no know nothing about loyalty. Me not rate on you know. Me no rate to know. Me just not understand how the Labrat supporters them is like cheering you guys on. Like literally. Like what is really happening? What is happening to our people? What is really going on with our people? My wisdom warriors, story come to bump. Let me read more for you, yeah. Addressing journalists following a media briefing by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the office of the Prime Minister in St. Andrew Wednesday afternoon, Tufton said while some Cuban medical personnel would be heading home shortly, this is not related to the stance of the U.S. So nothing so we are idiot. Uno really take people for baboon. Uno really take Jamaican people for fool. Mighty God, hey, uno need to hurry up and lift up from out of House of Parliament, man. Me can't stand uno. Uno is a disgrace. Uno, Christopher Tufton, Andrew Wallace, uno is a disgrace. No, sir. The reality is that the Cuban mission allows for medical professionals to come for a period. As it turns out, coincidentally, this period has now come to an end. You hear? Wanna hear Christopher Tufton? Coincidentally. Hey. Me have to really laugh. And uno Jamaican people, uno just sit down so uno need to go out and protest for the Cubans. Because very soon, the rest what we have left shall be heading home. Wanna hear me? The rest of the Cubans them what we have left. The rest of the Cubans them what we have left shall be heading home. I want to notice at the doctor them. So no, me know. At the doctor them. At the doctor them. Where there is a lot of areas where we don't have no doctor in them the areas. There are only Cuban doctors alone deal with certain things. So what is going to happen? We're not going to get to a doctor from Nigeria. We're not going to get doctor from Philippines. And we're not going to get doctor from India. Hey. Mighty God of Daniel. Something alright. Something really alright. So Christopher Tufton was saying, as it turns out, coincidentally, this period has now come to an end for a number of them. So a number will go back for others to come. In some instances, extensions are granted, but it is granted up to a particular point, said Tufton, as he noted that of the approximately 400 Cuban health personnel in the island now, 1/3 could be returning home with their replacement arriving shortly. Ratted. The other coincidence that is taking place is that currently we are renegotiating the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with the Cuban government. So there is a conversation that is taking place looking at the existing MOU. Wait there, something not sound right. Then if something not sound right, my wisdom warriors. Then if a end, then contract end. Why uno in a dialogue with Cuba? Uno thinks that we are idiots. Christopher Tufton, you need to step down. You need to resign. You, a foul person, need to lift up from out of House of Parliament. Uno disgust me. Me can't stand uno. My wisdom warriors, wanna tell me what I think, because you see at this point, me I tell you say I am really, really upset. Like I'm really, really upset. Me can't believe my ears, me can't believe my eyes. Like literally, when you look at everything what the doctors them do for we the Jamaican people, it shouldn't coincidentally turn out like this, according to Christopher Tufton. I joke them, them are really joke, you know. I laugh, them I laugh, you know. The things that they care about Jamaican people health, who no stay there. Who no stay there, no go out and protest. You hear me? Who no continue make the labor rights then turn uno in a their mass. Jamaican people, we have to wise up. We have to get up. We have to do something before something do we. Seriously, we have to come together. We have to unite. It is a sad, sad situation though. I really feel if my people, them, I'm not telling you no lie. A lot of people want to understand what does the Cuban doctors mean and do for Jamaican people, like even right now, you know? So some people wouldn't even understand. But anyway, want to tell me what you think, like up the video, share it out, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Big up on a nice clean self. One love.